We're back on the Ag Issues program this morning here on 580 WIBW. Greg Akagi with you this morning. And we're joined now via StreamYard from South Korea. As Josh Mueller is joining us. He is from Halstead, but he is also serving this year as vice chair of the Kansas Beef Council. Josh, good morning, good evening, where you're at as we're talking right now.
Yeah, good morning to you, Greg. And these days I don't know which side of the clock I'm on, but it's good to be with you.
Well, let's talk about the fact that you are in South Korea as we speak. And what was the purpose of this trip to South Korea?
So I came with a team that's called the Heartland team with USMEF, several beef producers, or I guess I would say members of different beef councils, different state organizations that put money into USMEF, and as well as some other commodity groups, just on a kind of a trip here to see where dollars are going, help USMEF with questions from distributors and consumers over here, and just kind of an informational trip.
Well, it's been a busy trip. I know that getting the information that I did. One of the things that was talked about that I was supposed to ask you about, you had a visit to the embassies as well. And I heard, to say the least, that it was an interesting visit.
It was, for me, this is my first trip over here, but that was a real interesting visit, and we got to visit with their whole team over here at the embassy, as well as USMEF's team here in South Korea, which they have a permanent office here, and so it was good to get an understanding of what they're wanting, or what their cares and what they're kind of needing to know from us as far as what direction to head.
Josh Mueller is joining us here on the Ag Issues program here on 580 WIBW as we are talking to him from South Korea on the trip that he is taking. Also, I'm sure getting an update as far as the markets are concerned, and specifically how things are happening in South Korea as well.
Obviously anybody that follows the cattle market or the beef market in general knows that, the last, for sure, you'd say 12 months, if not longer, have been pretty tumultuous. And we've gotten to record levels, both in live and feeder cattle, as well as the beef market. And so I think there's a lot of, I don't know if I want to say anxiety, but just, people wanting to know where we're going from here, and what we can look forward to here in the near future.
Josh, a lot of this, as well as visiting facilities that would use U.S. beef, and one of the facilities is the Fresh Easy Home Meal Replacement Production Facility.
Sure. That was a very interesting visit that we had yesterday. And honestly, it was kind of mind-boggling in a way. It's a facility that's fairly new to this country. They have some other distributors similar, but they've invested a lot of money in a brand new facility and looking to build another one almost twice as big as the one that they have now. And that's a real growing market, especially here in South Korea, as well as in different places around the world, with just the evolving society, and how everything is fast paced and everybody wants something good and they want it quick. But it's something that we've been able to provide really good American product into, and so they can take that beef or pork and place it in a box or a container with all the other ingredients, and ship it to a retailer or an e-commerce trader, and people can pick it up, take it home, and have the kind of meal, the kind of eating experience that they want to have in a restaurant or whatever else, but they can have it right there at home.
Wanting it quick, wanting it good. It sounds like almost sounds like what we see more of the American consumer does.
Sure. Yeah. And it's like I said, there's there would be some examples like that in the States, but the people over here, the experience that I've had over the past few days, a lot of the same. I mean, everybody's busy. They're looking for, again, faster, easier preparation, and they want that good eating experience. And this company is very innovative, and looking to really just meet the customer's demand, and we're just happy to be a part of it.
Josh, another part of this as well. You had a chance to visit the port of Busan too.
Another amazing experience. I mean, something that I don't have a lot of firsthand knowledge of, but when you get right up close to it and see how it all works and how it's evolved over the past 100+ years. I mean, they've got, I think Busan is one of the uh, top two or three major ports in the world now, as far as what they can handle and the different shipping channels that they have from the States as well as around the world. And it was an amazing experience. And just to see the logistical side of that and how everything comes into this country, and it really is kind of eye opening as far as how the commerce is handled over here.
Josh Mueller is joining us. He serves as vice chair of the Kansas Beef Council as we talk to him from South Korea here on the Ag Issues program. Another tour for part of this was a tour to the Highland facility, and I understand that's one of the largest importers of beef and pork.
Yes, it is. Again, another fast-growing company. Um, they're basically importing our product, and then either repackaging or simply distributing that to these domestic vendors that then can pass it on to retailers, food service, and whatnot. And again, got to talk with them on an extended basis. We actually flew back with one of their top execs there back to Seoul here last night, and they're very progressive. They really like our product. They want to buy more. It's just they're growing as fast as they can, and as fast as their resources will let them.
Obviously, one of the big things, their Costco and their E-Mart that takes place, and I know you had a chance to go visit some of those retail locations.
Yeah. There again, it's just, you're kind of, drinking out of a fire hose in a sense, and learning about, um, their domestic supply and demand situation. Costco, obviously, kind of a worldwide name. I think they have 120 or 30 some stores here in South Korea, and that's a retailer, wholesaler, however you want to put it. I mean, it's a big box store, but they really, really love to showcase our product. Anybody that's been in one of their stores in the States knows that how they demonstrate and in sampling and in other various ways that they showcase our product. And it's really neat to see. We got to see firsthand. I watched as shoppers were passing by the meat case and comparing prices, and they obviously showcase a lot of U.S. beef. There is some other countries that have some product in those shelves as well, and but buyers time and time again will come back to the U.S. product.
Couple more things. When you ate at restaurants over in Korea that served U.S. beef, U.S. pork, whatever the case may be, uh, do they market it? Do you feel like they market it correctly, or really put that U.S. label really front and center on when they're marketing their product in the restaurants?
I really do. With the help of USMEF, and the structure that we have over here, um, I've taken several pictures I'd like to show everybody, but of just the signage and what we've done to promote our product from the U.S. and you can really tell just from people's faces and when they're consuming our product the enjoyment that they're getting out of it, and they take notice of those signs when you walk in a restaurant or when you're walking around Costco, and you see these U.S. product, signage, and with the help of USMEF, it's done in a good way.
And finally, this is all a very interesting trip. And I know this probably had to be pretty intense. You guys had a chance to tour the DMZ?
Yeah, yeah. When they first told us that, it sounded real interesting, and you have these pictures in your mind of what it's going to look like and what it's going to feel like, and it was a very interesting trip, and my hats off to these folks over here, and as well as USMEF for bringing us all on these trips, and getting to experience and kind of gives you a firsthand knowledge of what some of these folks are going through in different parts of the world, and just relating to them helps us market our product. And the DMZ, it was intense there for a little bit. I mean, just when you think about, you're standing on a platform there, and you can look into North Korea there, into a communist country, and getting a little bit of history on what they've been through for the past, since 1950, and it's eye opening.
All right, Josh, we appreciate your time. Safe travels back to the States, and we'll chat at you soon.
You bet. Appreciate it. Good to see you, Greg.
That is Josh Mueller, who is joining us. He serves as vice chair of the Kansas Beef Council, as he joins us today on the Ag Issues program here on 580 WIBW. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll get an update on the news headlines, and we'll check the weather forecast. That comes up next.